Good evening, everybody. I hope you're well. I just had a random thought. Was my audio on whilst on the waiting screen? Because like all my audio mixers were like present, whereas usually there's only like nothing. That'll be entertaining if you could hear us. You could only hear that's a relief. That's a relief, Jen. Because all my audio mixes were listed in the audio mixer bit. Strange. Just music on the old screen. That's fine, and that's fine. Good evening, everybody. Anyway, how are we all? Hope we're all well. Welcome to stream 236. Only 14 more weeks until it's 250. Good God. I think if I do like stream every week, apart from like Christmas week, I think that's like halfway through January. So this year it won't line up on my birthday, unfortunately. Andy took too many weeks off this year. It was about Christmas. It was about Christmas last year, wasn't it? I think I took all of December off. I think as soon as it was my birthday, it was like, all right, screw you guys. And I was off. I was off till January, I think. I think that's what I did anyway. So anyways, how are we all? I never updated that. Are the numbers correct? I can't see. I make that smaller. I might be able to read something. Because my eyes are getting bad. 707, no, that sounds about right. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you can hear me now. It's not just music now. Please. Please say it's not just music now. Somebody reply. I hate it when these things happen. I also hate the delay on YouTube because it's like 30 seconds. It's a long time. Oh, that's all right. I must be coming through loud and clear then, Andrew. That's fine, that's fine. So anyways, good evening, everybody. Good evening, Peter. Good evening. Oh, good afternoon, Peter. Sorry. Got to get it right. Good afternoon, Peter. Good evening, Simon. Good morning, Jen. Good evening, Sergio. Good evening, Andrew. And good evening, Rob. I think you're over here, Rob, aren't you? If my memory serves me correctly. Hope you're all well. But in a bit of admin, Sergio, yeah, we'll have a chat sometime about your idea. GMWT coming to Torino. Right. Okay. Is that an exhibition, Sergio? Is that what you're on about? Right. Anyways, hope you're all well. Thank you everybody that ordered merch last week. If you, oh, we'll come to that, Peter. We'll come to that. Nothing major, to be honest. Okay. So thank you very much for everybody who bought merch last week. Jen's obviously got hers. Hopefully she's wearing it right now. I've had various photographs from other people. I was going to say around the world, but you know, I think it's been all the US, to be honest. With their merch that have arrived the last day or so. So that's good to see, and everybody's very positive about the quality, which I was a little bit worried about because I didn't bother getting any samples before I went. Oh, let's publish. So it sounds like everything's all hunky dory. I've got an order in, so that'll be here by the end of the week. So by next week, I should be adorning my own merch. So that's, and to be honest, I ordered a hoodie because basically I'm in desperate need of a hoodie. My current one is probably getting a bit tight and quite old. So I will have a new hoodie for the autumn season, even though it's supposedly meant to be getting warm again here, or certainly down south anyway. I saw somebody saying earlier today that it's going to be 27 degrees, and I presume that's down south somewhere, not up here. But it's been warm. I mean, today when I went out this morning, it was like 13 degrees, which for October is quite nice. What's it going to be? What's the forecast? 15 tomorrow, 15, 16, 18, 19 on Saturday. Jesus, that's too hot for October. Be fine, but it's too hot for October. Good evening, Stephen. Good evening. Is it 21 down there, Andrew? Oh, Jesus. Is it, Jen? Jesus. The whole world is screwed up on temperatures, isn't it? Absolutely screwed up. But it's nice to extend the summer a bit longer. Going to be over 32. Jesus. I was ready to die when it was that hot last year. For them 2 days here. 32. I was cowering upstairs behind drawn curtains, struggling to breathe when it was 32 last year. Jesus. It is still warm, Andrew. I mean, I've just been out there with the dog just earlier, and it was just starting to get a little bit nippier. But the mornings are a bit chilly. The mornings have been like, no matter what the rest of the day feels like, the mornings have been like, definitely need the jacket on. You have my every sympathy, Jen. You have my every sympathy. Manual labour outside in 28-degree heat, Peter. Don't be daft. 28 degrees is go and sit in the fridge. That's what that's for. All good fun. Right, yes. So, anyways, merch. For those of you that weren't here last week, I'm sure you all were. We have a merch store now. There will be more products being added to it in due course. Time's flying by at the minute, so I didn't get a chance to do anything else. And I'm also in the process of not rebranding everything, but just giving things a bit of an identity. So I've been working on that today, very slowly, because I hate Illustrator. But if you're interested in the merch, I need to press an enter button on that. You can hit up this link that will be appearing imminently. And there's t-shirts and hoodies and mugs and stuff on there. Come on, give us the link then. Is Streambot or whatever, it's not bloody working tonight. Jen, help! Is it not working? Actually, if I just go to the website, that would help. Copy. Didn't see it join, who do you? Right, anyways. Everybody get your tip words in now before you get clobbered. So hopefully it will allow me to post my own links. Yeah, it does. Right, finally. So yes, you can use that link to go and find what merch and stuff. And what I like on the theme of Sycamore Gap, which we're going to do some work on tonight. Stephen, just coming to it, Stephen. So tonight, not tonight, obviously, but in due course, I will be doing because you can do collections on here of things. So what I will be doing is making 1 or 2 or 3 Sycamore Gap style t-shirts with the artwork printed on. So there will be Sycamore Gap merch coming soon, hopefully by the end of the week, with maybe 1 or 2, like I say, 1 or 2 images. Maybe an older image so it's more representational, but also probably an ICM image or 2. Streambot replacement. Jen, you were a master. But yeah, technology failing us. Does that mean if you put in thingy words, what was it? Was sheep a word? If I put in sheep, does the thing, do I get away with it? Is sheep still a word, Jen? I can't remember. So tonight might be a night to get everything off your chest, and use all the words that are usually getting caught. Make hay whilst the sun shines, as they say. So yes, so part of the not the rebrand. I don't want to call it rebranding, but part of the brand extension, there will be merch based on that as well coming soon. Oh no, now it's working. You flew too close to the sun there, Jen. Yeah, so there'll be super secret identity merch coming, and there will be Sycamore Gap merch coming. It'll just be t-shirts basically. So I'm going to do. I'm also looking at doing mouse pads, mouse mats, and desk mats because I like it. I like a now that I've actually bought one. I like a desk mat. I don't like these just singular mouse pads. But that's me because I've got a big desk to cover. So it's always the best, Peter. It's always the best when Jen breaks it for herself. But don't you dare do anything, Jen, by the way. Oh, for God's sake, what? Slow down, woman. You're always going to do that. For God's sake. Thank you, Jen, but you didn't need to do that. You were just testing it. Well, I couldn't remember it. Is sheep not a word anymore? Oh, well. Yeah, I was thinking the same, Andrew. It's a case of putting the right image on there. is the thing. Because yes, it's nice to have the ICM stuff on, but if you check out my blog post, which I will also put in chat, I should have put these in the description. What's my website? Go to there and give me a second. I'm sure you all read it, didn't you? You all read it. I hope you all cried. So the blog about the tree. All right. I must be immune, Jen. I must be immune. So what I was thinking is, if in the little collection at the bottom would be maybe one ICM image, and maybe the black and white one in the top left hand corner. Because to be honest, that for me, yes, it's 13 years old now. I think it is. Is it 13 years old? No, 10 years old. That is that was a big important image for me. So it just depends on the blacks, how they're going to print, whether they're going to be any good on a t-shirt or not. We'll see. Might be a case of just putting it out there and people are just going to have to take the risk. So don't say that, Andrew. Don't say that. There's a lot more to come yet. I got an email from the local cultural artist setup today, and they're doing some thing about, well, yeah, I mean, to be honest, I thought it was dying off, Andrew. The local cultural arty organisation, they must be putting something together for like local artists to basically advertise their wares and what and their thoughts and everything. So another reason why I'm going to do the merch collection, to try to cash in a little bit. You never know, somebody might like it. But I actually have also, I mean, if those of you on Patreon or members or VIPs or whatever, you're one of your, it's the thumbnail for tonight's episode as well. One of your wallpapers I actually made the other day, and it features the last 4 images that I have ever shot of that position of the tree and the hills. So that's quite poignant. And I made some more other versions again last night with it. You're just a miserable sod. Fair dues, Andrew. I'm sure you're not. So I don't know if they're good enough to show yet, or good enough to show full stop. So I'm thinking of, so hence we're going to look at making some more images tonight. And I'm probably, because I've used like the last 4 images of that, probably look at images that I've kind of disregarded from that same day, just to see if I can make something reasonable from that. Because I do like to challenge myself now and again when I've got some rubbish data to play with. Who's Andrew been doing shorts? I really must pay more attention. I really must. So, right, if you've all had enough of me whittering on, leave the video a like, and I will move on to the next phase of the video. The other thing is I think they've finally switched on the proper ad thing for live streams. So as a test, whilst I take us over to Lightroom and Photoshop, I'm going to run an ad. So we'll see if that works. It says not everybody's going to get it. So it might deem me too small to bother putting an ad in. But whilst I switch from here over to Lightroom to get going on that, I know it's just a button press, but we're going to test the ad functionality, see how that works, and yeah, we'll go from there. Right, one advert coming on. The bloody mic's thing's gone off. I'll be back. Come on, camera. Yeah, there we go. One day I'll get over that problem. Right, one advert coming up. possibly. But for the if you don't get an advert, we're just going to flip scenes. So I'll press that, and we'll see if it works. I have no idea if it does or not. It may or not. I have no idea. I'm sure you'll let me know. But in the meantime, let's switch over to this. Ooh, I need to get rid of that. There we are. So what else? Right, so this is the image that was the cover to the thumbnail. Yeah, will do, Peter. Yeah. I've just got an ad block. I'm terrible. I'm one of them naughty people. That's not a surprise, Kathleen, to be honest. Because Sergio saw an ad. Oh, well, it works then. Remarkable. Oh well. So basically, anytime we do not a proper scene transition, but certainly when I'm like clotting around with saving it or waiting whilst it saves, I'll stick an ad on, and then we know when it is. Because otherwise, YouTube kind of manages it, so you could get an ad at any time. So I might be mid-flow, and then it would just go take you to an ad randomly. And I don't particularly want that. I want the control of when an ad possibly might appear. So, but like I say, it won't appear for everybody. So you'll still get me talking crap in the middle of everything as usual. Oh. Right. So this is the image that I made the other night. That is the thumbnail for tonight's episode. Which I think it turned out quite nice. I mean, to be honest, there's not a lot you can do with this scene anymore. I wouldn't say I'm glad it's fallen. Sounds terrible. I'm not glad it's come down, but it means that, been there, done that. Not sure I can improve on anything anymore. So anyways, let's have a quick shufty on look through what possibles we might have, because I've got some very objectively bad images from here. So some of them are picked out as possibles, some of them I haven't. So let's see what we have. Now I did say I was going to potentially... That one's a potential. So I'll mark these twos. The only thing is I think I might have zoomed out later on. Balls I did. Right, okay, so that one here. See, and then I've zoomed out. Yeah, so I've already picked out some of these. Horrible. The thing is, I think I shot no, the sun was up by this stage. I'm forgetting. So we've got some random shots. These must have been heavily processed. That's a finished version. That one's quite... I've already picked this one out as a possible. There's something about that one. I don't know what's got... There's anything to go with it. So maybe it's that one. And then that in this one. They could work together. I think maybe it's... So obviously the tree... Keeping the tree in the scene is important. Some of these it's kind of disappeared on us. However, I do quite like that one and that one, I think. To be honest, Peter, well, I probably will at some stage. But I was thinking more of the images I have made, and like the stuff I made last night. they're kind of inverted, so it gives it like, obviously the dark becomes the light, so it almost becomes like a ghostly type of thing anyway. So I was thinking of that kind of storyline as it's the ghost of the tree. Quite like that. Why did I not pick that one before? Right. So, right, let's... I'm probably not even looking at doing 2. And it still turned out there's been 5. Typical. So, right, so we'll edit these ones together. Let's make sure this one's one of these darker ones. Edit these ones together and see what we can get out of it. Now, my computer did crash today, just a warning in case we go offline. I got a blue screen of death, which I was a little bit worried about today. So if stream all of a sudden stops, it's because my computer's died. And it's quite cool at the minute, but it did feel warm this afternoon. So I don't know what's up with it. I did have a lot of things open. I was playing around with Illustrator and getting very frustrated. Is anybody here good with Illustrator, like very proficient with Illustrator? Let me know. Well, I wouldn't say you miss it, Jen. Right, okay, let's auto this and let's brighten it up. Yeah, it's brighter. I don't know if it's like the right kind of thing. Let's go. Where's the cat? Just chasing a butterfly around the room before. Chasing it, jumped all over my desk, little cat. Oh, Illustrator's off. It's like having to draw everything with the pen tool. But they've got like the tool, like the paintbrush tool. So you use that, but you can't do things with that. Like all the line management stuff. Like, what? Just make it easy, man. And then the line drawing tool in Photoshop, I think it was the freeform pen tool. Do that, but you can't do anything with it in Photoshop. And you're like, oh, just put the freeform thing in Illustrator and... It's so hard. It's so hard. So credit to anybody that can use it proficiently. I just can't. I suppose Illustrator, you need to be precise. And as you can see, I am not a precise kind of person. Right, so black, so you want that. Oh, because we're going to layer things. Now there's a fairly neutral colour. I think we might have... I'm tempted to go quite extreme in the colours again. Effects, we want to go... Yeah. Open those out a bit more. And detail, we want to flatten out our ISO noise, and then I think that should be us. No dust spots because this was January. My thing's got very mucky since. Synchronize. I think it's just Robert's probably just me getting used to just working with it. The whole pen thing, and it's just like, yes, it's got the trace thing in it, and I put in a JPEG of this design I wanted to basically digitize, and it was just like, just do it. And it was like, I was pulling teeth. So like my idea of having everything done and sorted for tonight to kind of soft launch the new identities and stuff to do with like Patreon and memberships and whatever. I'm still nowhere near. It's still just a sketch on a bit of paper. Really. So it's always been hard. It's just one of them weird ones. Right. Let's sync these into. Let's put these in. Edit in Photoshop. That's what we do. Good lord, you would have thought I was an amateur. Some say I am. Right, as that is loading, let's stick an ad on, because this is going to take a bit to load up. Switch back to me. For those of you who are still here, waiting for this to load. It's sucking away all the resources of the computer. Well, the thing is, you guys are all sensible, and you've either got Prime or to get them or whatever. It's when I'm watching YouTube on the telly or the phone, that's when I can't escape them. But when I'm like watching desktop, I tend to avoid them by other means. I should do really, Andrew, but that would take more resources to play the video. Oh yeah, yeah. I watch way more YouTube than I do normal telly. Easily. Well, to be honest, Peter, after my blue screen of death this afternoon, it did. I did think it had a bit of a smell to it, and I was a little bit worried. I was thinking there's not going to be a stream tonight, so. But we are still here. But yeah, if you're doing a massive stack, then you are running the risk. You are running the risk. Right, so let's have a look at these. Running this one, definitely. Right, so what am I doing? Yeah, blending these together, aren't I? So let's blend these together. So something like this might, once we get them all lined up, this one might, something like this might turn out nice without even going into Analog Effects Pro. So that could work. It's all down to that top layer. Not the top layer. The one where I went completely upside down. Right, okay, let's blend it together. So we use multiply to blend together. Let's get them all positioned in the correct place. Do we want lots of sky? Let's actually move this one up a bit. We can shift it. Ghostly tree there. Well, it's very much a ghostly tree now. And is this a... Oh, I didn't say they're a different size. For God's sake, Andy, why did you do that? Oh, they're different sizes. Did I zoom in? Shit. Oh, man. How to make things complicated for yourself. I think I must have zoomed in. Why did nobody tell me? Nobody told me. Should be roughly the same. We'll go with that. Right, so blend modes again. Your computer's stuttering badly on mine, Peter. Because mine says 30 frames per second. So if we could go soft light, take that on, because we can change the order of these. Sometimes it makes a difference, sometimes it doesn't. It's much stronger down there. If we move that around in the order. Good evening, Serge. How are you, sir? Oh, yours is. That's all right. You had me worried there, Peter. I'd be mumbling away to myself. And you might only have been getting the every third word of my mumblings. Right, okay, so that's like that. So what I'm going to do to try to get the tree back, because obviously it's very faint here. Why is my nose all of a sudden playing up? Give us a second, people. I just need to sort my nose out. The old sinuses playing up a little bit. And you really don't want to hear me clear my nose out. Oh, I forgot what's the news about the tree. I think the last I heard that what's a tree lopper? A lumberjack had been arrested, I think, or questioned. But there's rumours about it being the neighbouring farmer who had a bit of a grudge against the National Trust because he was getting evicted from his farm. That kind of thing. So basically it was a vindictive act. But I haven't really heard for a couple of days because it's all gone very quiet. And I haven't spent my days on Facebook, so I don't really know. So that's pretty much the news. Right, if I do a screen grab, not a screen grab. Well, I believe the 16-year-old might have been the grandson of the farmer, is what one thing was going around. So I don't know if it's right or not. He's been released on bail. I think that maybe he's all been released on bail now. I'm not sure. Like I say, I haven't really looked at the news for a few days, so I'm not sure. So we'll just have to see. Wait, what am I doing? Andy, for God's sake, concentrate. Right, so what we want to do is build up the strength of. So I've taken this layer, so it's like a stacked shot of that, and I'm going to use these combinations to try and bring some tree shape back to it. So it might be as simple as just a darken on that. Shush cat. So I might just need a little bit as faded as that. So when you get in and multiply, it's quite dark. So if that's there, so that kind of matches the brightness of it. So if we go and do another stacked shot from that, to be honest, I don't know. I don't think they know what they're going to do, Serge. I really don't think they know what they're going to do. I think a lot of it's so far off in the future. And nobody will be able to agree anyway. But they're on about the stump will grow back, but it's not going to grow back in the same way, is it? It's going to be a bushy mess, where it was like elegant and perfect beforehand. Ooh, that's quite nice. Might come back and do another version on this for a bit of extreme fun. But in the meantime, I mean, to be honest, for me, I think like a bit of like an artistic piece. Sort of like, so there's, you've still got that focal point. Will there be justice? Come on, Peter. Of course there won't be. Right, so... Oh no, I was going to make another... Let's Control J that one. I'm going to hide that one out the way for the moment, because we're going to come back and use that. Turn them off. Stick a mask on here and a gradient tool. Run this gradient over here like so. Exactly, Andrew, exactly. Paintbrush tool. And this needs to be... paint this hill out a little bit so it lightens it up. We're on 17%, need to increase that a little bit. Yeah, let's make that a little bit lighter. So we've got that tree there a little bit more apparent. Like so, we've got a bit more atmosphere in the sky, which is good. So we'll chop this down to size. Like so. So a bit of colour. Obviously it's going to be quite monotone. It's one colour kind of thing. Do we go bright? Make it jovial. I'll have a little bit of drama in it. Probably with curves, I'm going to try to dull some of this white down a little bit. Maybe just push through with it. Oh, I mean, back in my D700 days, Andrew, I would make sure the canvas was as large as possible. So I'd be using gradients and brushing to keep that, to brush out those edges. But now that it's like a 48 megapixel camera, I'm just like crop, save all the issues. Saves all the time in the world. That's what I do. Can't be bothered to wait. All that effort when I can just crop down. Right, so Analog Effects Pro. Let's see what we get out of this. So I'm going to come back in and do like this other weirder version. So this edit might well just be a very quick one. And then we will come in with the... updated later. It's about 4 days in a row I've been doing that. I'm going to come in with that alternate view type one that was using the subtract blend mode, I think it was, and play around with that and do some intense color manipulation. See how it goes. So we'll just do this one. Excuse me, nice and quickly. Over here, thank you. That's pretty nice already. Straight out of the blocks. Bit of maneuvering this around, see what it does. Ooh. Ooh. I like the yellow streak there, and then it kind of disappeared on us. Lost the intensity. You know, this isn't far away from my original version of this. Intense colour manipulation, yeah. I think it was Sergio that asked in the Discord today. Oh, by the way, everybody, join the Discord if you want. Sergio asked in the Discord today what I did with that infrared shot, or how I made that infrared shot. That's like the red tree and the. I like the colour in this. Colour is nice. It's basic. It was basically just infrared and then colour sliders until I liked it. So that's why there is some nice colour there. Thank you, Serge. To be honest, the black and white one for me was maybe there was a more important shot for it rather than. I think that the red version was, as per usual, me clarting around in Photoshop. No, it wasn't a modified camera. It was a infrared filter on the front. I think it was just a cheap Koken one. So it wasn't great. And I didn't have I couldn't get the white balance because you meant to white balance it somehow. And I couldn't get that right. So it was a lot of approximation and see what you can get away with in Photoshop. But it came out quite nice. I like that. You know what? I like that. Let's bring this down a little bit more. I do like that. I do. He likes that, everybody. Okay. Contrast down. Up. Let's not go up the way. Brightness. Or do I just leave the brightness where it was? Let's just leave that there. So what do I need to do? That's warm. Lens vignette. How strong is that? That's the bit that's killing that corner off because it's there. So I move that around. Yeah, you can. They are out there, Serge. Some of them are probably better than others. Obviously, probably the best thing to do is have a modified camera, but they're like super expensive. But you can get enough. And obviously, the best time of year is your springs when it's when the leaves are very very green, so it reacts with the greens. Yeah, and it wasn't the best filter, but it was good enough. So, lens vignette. Yeah, we want it lighter like that. Oh, that's better. Much better. Now, if we bring that into the middle, at what point does it fade out? You maybe start telling the story about this dark cloud over the tree, etc. We went positively. You just have that there. It's quite nice, really. So we started with that. Now we've got that. Pretty decent. Serge, I wish I was as well read as what you are, sir. We'll probably have much more, what you call it, inspiration. That's what I meant. My strength. That's too much.
that strength down there a bit. That there. Right, let's go to blue. Yeah, I thought there was a lot of yellow in there. Let's just take away a little bit of yellow, especially that top end. Something like that. You're all too hyper intelligent for me. Right, anything else good down on these? There's a few options here. I mean, some are very similar, but there's a few options here. You can see it. We might have to come back in. Right, okay, let's apply this and then we'll come back in. Oh, the bloody cameras have gone off again. Right, back into Analog Effects Pro. No worries, Stephen. Good to see you, man. There might be one or two results later on at this rate, but we'll see. I think we'll power through the next brief edit if we decide to do anything, and then maybe spend a little bit of time going through the alternate color one. Burning Skies is the one we did. What's this one like? It's gonna be a nightmare to print. Nightmare to print. Excuse me. I think it's just too dark. Look, I mean, this is a prime example of how big a variation you can get. I know, Stephen, it's sad, isn't it? Where's the red? I think it's safe to say red at the minute, Serge, unless Jen's been in and switched it back on. This is a prime example where you don't need to. You can get all kinds of images just by moving this around, and it's to be honest, it's bloody scary at times. Actually, something like that. If it was a pure, put my teeth back in. Purely digital image, I would probably be quite happy with that. But if I tried printing this would be just a horrible splodge. Jen's been back into Stream Elements. Watch out, everybody. So I could lift that. It flattens things out. That's the only thing. Right, lens vignette. Where's that? That's what I was looking for. Really looking at that. So we can use that as an option. Is there anything down here? These are okay, the ones I've already used. That first version. Bloody cat fleeing around the house. Yeah, watch out, everybody. Jen's around. Where's that? Oh, that's one. Hadrian's Wall filter. Oh no. No, let's not. Let's undo that. I said undo. Control Z. Go back. There we go. Thank you. Good lord. I thought I'd lost it there. Oh yeah, I've got a cat. Oh, hello, cat. Can you see him? Just cam. Let's go to just cam. Oh, he's gone. He was just sticking his head through there. Kenny? Nope. I'm sure he'll... If he comes through again, I'll do a quick switch. Right, so that's my dark image. Let's apply that and link it out. And then I'm going to look at that, doing that inverted image, that inverted colour and everything. Just to see how it turns out. So we can play with it, play around with colour. $11 cats. Jesus. It's a lot of cats. Right, so that's them two done, and turn them ones off, I think. So if this one was, that's 100%. That one needs to be. So if we go to subtract, oh no. Oh, did I have the bottom ones on as well? No. No. Why was this? What did I have on before? Why is it on multiply? It's not meant to be on multiply. It's meant to be on subtract. Ew, it is on subtract. Was that the version there? Did it look like that? I can't remember. No. One layer. Thank you. It might look like that. It's my memory. My memory must be playing tricks on me. And yeah, it must be right, because I remember that looking a bit blue on the left-hand side. So if we go, do we go? Let's use difference, because we're gonna maybe this little area could be utilized. Oh, I get you, Serge. Yes. Lockdown's responsible for a lot of things. Right. Brightness contrast. Not. Oh, why did I press that? I meant curves. Curves adjustment layer. Let's brighten this mother up a bit. A little bit, but not too much. Well, that did a lot. Not. Okay, so we want a hue and saturation layer. Well, I mean, there might be controlling the rats as well. Then they're handy. There's a lot of people couldn't leave their house. So I'm surprised the population didn't rise significantly. I mean, it might well have done. I don't know. I never left the house to find out. Right, why? Okay, whatever. So from this, if I add in another layer, paint bucket tool is there. Thank you. And let's make this a bit of orange. Drop that on there, and then make this a hue. It's probably the same color. That's just added in that little bit of orange into there, so that's fine. Let's drop the strength of that a little bit. Something like this, and alright, what do I want to do? True, Andrew. True. Very true. Curves layer. I thought I used to do things. Evidently not. So I'm just manipulating this curve until like this kind of line here where it kind of joins the colours isn't so horrible. He says, but he might just have to make do with that. Okay, let's get this in. Yeah, like, this is getting very convoluted now. When is it ever not? D100? Okay. Thank you very much. I suppose I like it enough because I'm carrying on with it. If I didn't like it, I'd be like, nah, screw this. We're getting out of here. So let's screw it up then. Let's make it worse. Right. Ooh. Ooh. This contrast that I'm just going to get rid of, Jen. So what did it look like before? Like that. Okay, now it's going to... Right, okay, so... Second exposure, let's lift this. Ooh. Ooh, hold on a minute. Ooh. Yeah, that contrast. You got to go down the dark theme now and again. Life isn't all sunshine and rainbows. Especially when you're me. Come on. No. Get back. Undo. There we are. Right, I'm back to there. Need to always go back to it. Yeah. We might be trying to solve that, Jen, don't worry. Go back. God's sake. There's no double exposure on that one. Right, okay, so we've got the exposure balance to sort out here, Jim. This is how I kind of start getting things changed around a bit. So we want some contrast. For brightness, we want some detail come out of there. What's the song, Serge? What's the earworm? Yeah, I need to trust the processes at times as well, Jen. Don't worry. That's too much. Just got to get to the right happy medium. Do we want more colour? Or less colour? You know what? That actually may be a bit too... Maybe a bit too much now. Yeah, that's something that we need to come... This needs to come down here. This needs to be... Whatchamacalls it?
darker. That's what we need to call it. Like that. Now I'm kind of ignoring the left-hand side of the... So like anything beyond here, I'm kind of not considering it, because I think I will chop it off by about there. Okay, never heard of it, Serge. Again, your knowledge of culture is far beyond me, far beyond my recollection. Don't mind a bit of Peter Gabriel, but I can't off the top of my head think of that one. Right, so curves lit. We need a bit of contrast here. Not like that. Right. I like chickens inside my house. They're usually dead though, and they're in a packet. When did I left? Oh, that was a while ago. Forgot about them. I don't know if that makes you cultured though, Peter. Right, I think. Oh, now that I've just noticed that line there, that's not so great. Oh man! If I rotate this around. Get rid of that box. Have I butchered it now? Have I butchered it? Is it never going to be the same again? God damn. God damn. Actually, quite loud. I think I might lighten this. I'm saying lighten this. I might lighten this in Photoshop, Lightroom, whatever. Right, I think we're probably done with that one now, I think. Okay, let's apply that. Thank you, Serge. Attack of the yawns. Excuse me, people. It's catching up after the weekend. Saturday night into Sunday, and now I sleep. Went to bed, got up about, is it 12:30? Yeah. Went to bed at 11, got up at 12:30, stayed up. Because I'm a nutter. But those of you that enjoy playing of games, then I may finally be returning to streaming games. And if I do, it is likely to be... Ooh, we could utilize that down there. It is likely to be if Friday night and a Sunday night. Game streaming. To be honest, I think if I do it this week, Jen, it'll probably be Battlefield 2042, because there's the next thingy is the next season starts on Monday or Tuesday, the 10th. Must be Tuesday. So kind of to get warmed up again from that, because I haven't played for like 6 weeks. Not that I was any good beforehand, but so changing my schedules, I'm gonna be staying up late a bit longer for on a couple of nights. So I thought, well, I might as well stream, because beforehand I've been like getting to bed 10:30 to be able to get up early. So that's all over with now. So we can so I can get back to streaming games. But yeah, I haven't got really many games. I've only got the Battlefield games. So we'll be doing that.
possibly Friday night, Sunday night. Oh, you're playing Starfield? Yeah, you're a little bit busy, Jen. About an hour a week. You'll not be getting very far. Yeah, I kind of looked at that because it's on Game Pass. But the only thing with streaming Game Pass things is the game's using your internet. So how's that going to affect the old it coming in and playing the game whilst you're streaming? So that's a bit of an issue. So I might just have to stick to older stuff. And one day I might get an Xbox Series X or whatever they're called. Right, Andy, stop waffling. So we want a thingy, technical term. Or did everybody like me technical term short that I put out midweek? Jen liked it. Best technical term short. I was pretty impressed with it. The knowledge you get dispensed on you every week is shocking. I give it away for free. Too funny. It was very funny. Let's make that further down there. Where did I share that? It's on the YouTube channel, Serge. There's probably I think there might be a short section on the page. The more you know. Exactly, Jen. Right, I think this is probably us done on this particular image. I think that'll do. Don't think there's any need to go any further with that one. So what I'll do, I will save... I'm just going to bin these images to save space. Bin them off in there. And so there's that one. Which hasn't really... To be honest, not even going to bother saving that one. And then this light one, which is quite nice. But I don't know... now that I see it next to the other one, I'm not our keen. I'm not our keen. Liking this one, though. Bring back Bounty Bob. Okay. Serge, were you here last week? Because it was a clip. It was a clip from last week's episode. Good God, that's a convoluted bloody way of working. Making clips into shorts and stuff like that. You had to say yes to your lady. Okay. I like this dark and moody one, Peter. I do. Right, anyways, Andy, you are waffling again. Right, file save. Let's get this back to Lightroom. You got married last week? Serge? Or are you talking generally? Are you speaking generally, or did you get hitched recently? You got married on Saturday? Oh, congratulations, Serge. Everybody give Serge a round of applause for doing the... Oh, that's the short. Right, never mind Serge getting married. That's the short. But yeah, massive congratulations, Serge. Well done, sir. Well done. She's made an honourable man out of you. That's amazing. You should have told us before now. We would have celebrated. We would have celebrated properly. Massive congratulations, Serge. I hope you had a wonderful day. I hope you partied long into the night. That's really nice. It's nice to have nice news for a change, isn't it? None of the usual rubbish. Alright, so let's flatten this. File, save as.
Yeah, I was going to say this is quite the honeymoon entertainment, Serge. Right, Lightroom. 3 points for you and 3 points for you when you appear. Right. Yeah, this one's way better. This one's way better than the previous one, I think. But once I see it and without the lights being on, that'll be the telling point. Get rid of that. I'll work on the noise situation with this one though. That's the only thing. Right. So, do we need to do any tweaking? Do a thingy there. Ah, makes it too green. Oh, wonderful. Let's have a look. Were you suited and booted? Everybody had a fantastic day. Where's me Discord gone? Show normal. You could put it in the main channel. Oh, very smart, Serge. Very smart. You scrub up not too hard. Oh, brilliant. Yes, again, many congratulations. I wish you many years of happiness together. Oh, that's cheered me up today. Brilliant. Anyways, pictures. Otherwise, it's going to be 10 o'clock. Yeah, so that's why you weren't here on Friday, were you? You weren't here for the Zoom chat on Friday. Now we know. Yeah, in your absence, it was me, Jen, and Peter. Was it just the three of us? Oh no, Sten joined as well. So we talked about the tree and politics, as you do. That was about it, wasn't it? Right, what am I doing with this? Oh, God. Too much. Lovely. You don't want to go overboard too early. Otherwise, they'll get used to it. A little bit of clarity. Actually, that's an idea. A little bit of clarity just on the tree. A 9x16 crop. Do you mean a 16x9 crop, Peter? Because 9x16 crop will be like here. Right, then what am I looking for? Radial filter. Where's the radial? There. Hate Lightroom these days. Has anybody played with Photolab 7? Because I had the manager guy from there get in touch with us today. There we go. Makes it more apparent. Silvery moonlight. So we might be doing a live stream using Photolab 7 in the coming weeks. Hold on to your hats for that one. There is some new stuff from DxO. All very cool stuff. I did actually. I saw the video. I saw a bit of the video presentation about it anyway, and yeah, it's looking decent. Because I mean, Lightroom does annoy us at times, so I am kind of sort of looking for an alternative. Yeah, there's a new film pack. So we might, if I can work the technology out. We did have a go at this a while back. If we can get the technology worked out, we might get the DxO representative on to advise. But very, very, very early in the contact on that, though. Right, so Andy, stop whittering on. Create virtual copy. Crop. So we're going to do a square crop for this. For this one, just like this. We tighten it up. I think we do like so. Create virtual copy. So we want Peter's. Yeah, it's the other way around, Peter. I know what you meant. I was only taking the piss. So we want that way. You know, you never know. It might be a wallpaper next month, I should say. Sky, or less sky, about there, maybe. Maybe we need to do something over here with it, though, if we're doing that far over. Come back, camera. Hi, Peter. Goodbye, Peter. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. I would have a phone wallpaper, Jen. I would. We could try that. But yes, anybody that needs to go, don't be afraid to drop out. Not I'm encouraging you, of course. Stay and watch to the end, obviously. But yes, you can catch up with the stream immediately after it's finished. It is always available. All streams are available straight after. Now, the question just becomes, where is the best place for it? Because you want to be able to see the mountain thing, tree in the gap, and the silvery stuff down here is really nice. That kind of works. Kind of works. I think it's one of the better ones we've made for a while, Peter, to be honest. Maybe I need to make just dark images. Maybe I need depression to come back. Now we can get into the really morose, horrible images. Good evening, mates. How are you, Alan? Yes, Tuesday again. To be honest, I did wonder myself today whether it was Monday, because I am completely lost what day it is. I got no bloody idea. No clue. So yeah, this image, I think it's worked pretty well. Let's make this a 3v2, because I don't think it is. Yeah, that was a little bit off. Maybe bring this in a little bit from that side. Maybe a bit more balance there. That'll do. I've just been waffling. You're bloody right there. They are, and it's getting dark by like 6 o'clock. Well, not dark by 6 o'clock, but it's certainly darkening off by 6 o'clock. It's very depressing. Right, this other one, which I liked initially, and now not very sure. Need to change. Yeah, let's change the color temperature a bit. It was too much yellow. Contrast adjustments. Yeah, but the only thing is that dark version, due to its color, I don't think we'll be able to make t-shirts from it. Because to get CMYK out of that color would be very hard to do. So I might have to look at the others. It is, mate, the one in January. Yeah, I made some images the other day, mate, of the last, combining them together, like the last 4 images I ever took of it, which turned out all right. But yes, it's from that morning,
Because if we scroll along, you know, because it was, you know, we did get a lovely sunrise that morning. Quite a bit of a sunrise that morning. Turned out lovely. But that was misty early on. But I was struggling with technology at that time. Because I was trying to fly the drone and the drone wouldn't work. I think it was because it was too cold. And then we had all this lovely mist. And then just as it was getting good, it pissed off. So it was like, now's the time. And then it just went gone. There's Alan. Always got a better composition than me. So you go following him. That's kind of morning. That was a lovely morning. But you know, like 20 minutes earlier, this was all full of mist. It was lovely. And then it went. Then it went, and I had to go back to doing ICM. But with a bit of effort, we got some good stuff. Yeah, that's right, Andrew. That's right. Was it your last go as well, Alan and I? Yes, very sad to look back on. Like I think I said it in my blog. I said it somewhere. There was just so many more images to make there, but unfortunately not anymore. Very sad. So, right. So this will be a candidate for your wallpaper next for what month? November. As per usual. But yeah, I'll be working on a few Sycamore Gap inspired pieces for merch. What am I doing? Flicking back to presenting, that's what I'm doing. So, turned out nice, eventually. And that's an hour and a half we've done. So again, the usual thing. First edit you think is all right, and then you do another one, and it's like way better. So that one turned out really nice. Very, very, very happy with that. Bit of a darker one, darker subject though. Kind of miserable. I always I don't know what's so funny. I always waffle, you know. This is like the one time of the week where I utter words. I'm silent the rest of the week. This is my one chance to get everything off my chest. Thank you, Serge, and again, thank you. Big congratulations to you and the missus. Yeah, you're probably right, Jen. You're probably right. But yeah, I'll like this dark one. Sorry, I'm looking at it. You guys are having to look at my face now, so I apologise. But yeah, this dark one is pretty nice. So yes, there's a high possibility it will be a wallpaper for Patreon supporters. By the way, Patreon supporters, you are going to get renamed. You're no longer going to be Patreon supporters. You are going to be known by something else. I might let Jen know. She might think it's a stupid idea. And nearly, Jen. Nearly. You're getting technical now. So, because we're spread across various things, there's a YouTube membership and there's Patreon membership. So the different grades of Patreon membership will be getting renamed. It will basically be ranks, Jen. I'll give you a bit of a clue. So we're going to do That's Coming at some stage. Subject of the King of ICM. You're pretty close, to be honest, Andrew.
So, anyways, that is coming. Stop guessing, or will be relieved. all of you, all will be revealed in due course. So yeah, they'll be reorganizing the Discord as well. A bunch of rankers, maybe. So that's coming. It's just these sketches I was doing today, which I'm trying to convert into an Illustrator format. I'm struggling with, and because I'm going on like the standard stuff for buying the buying vectors, couldn't find anything decent. No, you can be more than that, Peter. Can you? Well, to be honest, you're all thinking about like modern things, modern rank, not rank, modern. You're thinking like modern aristocracy. Yeah, it's a weird one. So, anyways, that is coming. If I figure out Illustrator anytime soon, and yes, and basically there'll be a T-shirt with that emblem, logo, whatever you want to call it, on surf. Well, you're all surfs, aren't you? So that is that's the kind of the updates from now. Remember, if you're a Patreon or a YouTube subscriber or not a subscriber, YouTube member, for the merch you do have access to the discount code. The discount code will be changing, by the way, when we kind of rebrand the membership stuff. The code will be changing. So if you want 15% off, anyone that's on Patreon, use it soon. Because it'll be good. Well, maybe it depends on what level you're going to be a member at. Might be a higher level. We'll see. Decision to be taken. So yeah, that's the updates. Anything else? That's basically all my focus at the minute is trying to get all this thematic stuff changed. No worries, Jen. Well, don't rush too quickly. But yes, they will be. The designs will be added to. So there is more coming, and there will be more products coming. Like I say, like a desk mat, that's effectively a big mouse mat. If you don't know, I think I'm going to do one of them with a particular image on, that kind of stuff, and obviously the Sycamore Gap collection of some description. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, right. I think that'll do for today. Thank you all so very, 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 very much for watching and hanging out with me this evening. Spending your time with me is always much appreciated. Thank you, Jen, for the for winning the tip game today. Thank you, Jen, for modding. You've had a rough day at it today, obviously. Everybody's been so badly behaved. But thank you for doing that, as always. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. Thank you, everybody who subscribes on Patreon. And if you want to get in on the Patreon and everything else, get on there and join that. Join the Discord if you haven't already. I should really be pinging these links out. Join the Discord. I need to put an enter in on the back of these. Follow me socials. Come on, Stream Elements. If Stream Elements isn't pushing it out in the chat, then there is links below as well. Stream Elements is having a nightmare today. Really is. But yeah. Patreon, is that on there as well? Finally join the Discord. So anyways, yeah, them links are coming up. Give them a click if you're interested. And yeah,
we will see you next week, which, will I have been out and shot anything new by then? Maybe it's not. So maybe it'll be more stuff from the archive, as as usual. So I do need to get out. I haven't been out enough, not by a long shot. Right. Thank you all very much again. I will probably post this on social media. He says that with all the good intention in the world, but he'll probably forget. But so don't be surprised if you see this on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and everywhere in between. But until the next one, peace out, Serge. Say hello to your lovely wife for me, and congratulations again, Sergio. We'll set up a chat at some stage, maybe later in the week, because I'm probably going to be busy a good chunk of the rest of this week. But we'll see you soon. And I think anybody else that's got any business with me, just drop me a line. There's all these projects going on, so many irons in the fires. But yeah, right. See you all next week, everybody. Till then, keep it hard. See yous. Oh, that button.